The Ovis World Slam is the taking of at least 12 of the world's wild mountain sheep. This, of course, includes North American rams, but North Americans, by necessity, have to travel to some of the most difficult-to-get-to parts of the world to accomplish this milestone. By the same token, it's almost imperative that those from other continents cross the oceans to get to the North American wild sheep to accomplish this feat. All in all, to take 12 of these magnificent creatures has to be considered a lifetime achievement. Tonight we want to recognize several individuals who have documented an Ovis World Slam. Please hold your applause till everyone's been introduced. As your name is called, please quickly make your way to the stage. Reno Carifa of Ohio achieved his Ovis World Slam with a Desert Bighorn from Sonora in 2016. Reno and that great ram made the summer 2016 cover of Grand Slam. Backing up, we find he started mountain hunting in 2008 when he took a European Mouflon. Some other rams we chose to illustrate Reno's accomplishments are a 2011 Armenian Mouflon and Red Sheep from West Texas, a 2014 Marco Polo from Tajikistan, and we just had to show his Dagestan Eastern Tur from Azerbaijan, taken in 2014. Bobby Davidson of Texas completed his Ovis World Slam with a Blandford Uriel from Pakistan in 2013. In 2008 and 2009, Bobby hunted in Mongolia for a Hungai and Gobi Argali. Other rams we chose are his 2011 Armenian Mouflon and Red Sheep, and we backed up to get an Aoudad that he took in Texas in 1990. We'll finish up Bobby's tribute by showing his Dagestan Eastern Tur, taken in Azerbaijan in 2010. On a hunt in the Davis Mountains of his home state, Brown Delosier of Texas completed his Ovis World Slam with an Armenian Mouflon and a Red Sheep in 2016. You're also going to see a California Bighorn that he took in British Columbia in 2015. In 2007, Brown got a great Marco Polo in Tajikistan, and in 2010, a Dagestan Eastern Tur in Azerbaijan, and in 2011, a European Mouflon in Spain. It was an Afghan Uriel from Pakistan that completed an Ovis World Slam for Brian Harlan of Texas in 2015. Also included in his slam are 3 rams from Pakistan, a Blandford Uriel from 2013, a Himalayan Blue Sheep from 2014, and a Punjab Uriel from 2015. He also has 3 rams from his home state of Texas, the Aoudad, Red Sheep, and Armenian Mouflon. Lou Misterly of Utah completed his Ovis World Slam way back in 2007 while hunting in West Texas for the Armenian Mouflon and Red Sheep. In 2002, Lou hunted in Tajikistan and Spain and was able to take a Marco Polo, an Aoudad, and a European Mouflon. Lou added the Gobi Argali to his Ovis list on a hunt in Mongolia in 2004, and before China closed hunting, Lou was successful in taking a Chinese Blue Sheep in 2006. Richard Nielsen of Florida started hunting sheep internationally in 2002 when he took a Chinese Blue Sheep. In 2014, Richard hunted in Tajikistan and scored with a majestic Marco Polo Argali. Richard's taken 3 of the Uriel species, to include an Afghan Uriel from Tajikistan in 2014, as well as a Blandford and Punjab from Pakistan in 2016, which completed his Ovis World Slam. It was in 2007 that Bill Nye of New York hunted in Tajikistan to get a Marco Polo Argali, which began his international hunting. Bill took a Konya Mouflon from Turkey in 2013, then trekked on over to Pakistan and took a Blandford and Punjab Uriel. In 2016, Bill hunted in Mongolia to collect all 3 Argalis there, the Gobi, Hungai, and Altai. It's uncommon to get all 3 on one trip, but Bill was lucky. Anston Osby of Norway is a well-known name in the international hunting world. He's been an outfitter and guide since 1991 and has accompanied and helped so many GSCO members. Anston is also an avid mountain hunter himself, and it's for that reason that we're recognizing him tonight for his Ovis World Slam. He has taken the Kamchatka, Koryak, and Yakutia snow sheep, but it was the Yakutia in 2013 that completed his Ovis World Slam. Backing up to 1996, we find his first wild sheep, a Humi Argali from Kyrgyzstan. He also has a Tian Shan Argali from 2008 and a Marco Polo from 2012. In 2009 and 2011, Anson hunted in Iran to get a red sheep as well as an Esfahan Mouflon. Anson has not ignored North America, and is both a doll and stone to his credit as well. After completing his Grand Slam in 2004, Ted Preem of Wisconsin began pursuing the other wild sheep of the world. In 2006, Ted got a Marco Polo in Tajikistan. He got a Hungai Argali in Mongolia in 2010. Also in 2010, Ted hunted in West Texas to take an Aldad, red sheep, and Armenian Mouflon. Ted got a Kolyma snow sheep from Russia in 2013 and finished his Ovis World Slam in 2016 with a European Mouflon from Spain. Our next Ovis World Slammer has been a member of GSCO for more than 40 years. Bill Walters of Mississippi started his international hunting in 1987 with a Gobi Argali from Mongolia. In 1989, Bill got an Aldad from Texas. Bill added an Okhotsk snow sheep in Russia in 1991. Bill has two varieties of desert sheep, and in 2014, he traveled to Tajikistan to get the majestic Marco Polo. Bill's Ovis World Slam was completed in 2015 with a red sheep from West Texas. We now come to Kevin Williams of Alberta, who qualified for the Ovis World Slam with a Humi Argali from Kyrgyzstan. Kevin traveled to Nepal in 2013 for a Himalayan blue sheep. He got his Texas Aldad in 2014, and we just had to include his three tours from 2014 and 2015, the Dagestan Eastern Tour, the Kuban Western Tour, and the Mid-Caucasian Tour. That completes our Ovis World Slams for this year. Please, let's give them all a big round of applause. Many international mountain hunters cannot stop after the milestone of the Ovis World Slam. For those, there are additional milestones GSCO designates as the Super 20, Super 30, and yes, even the Super 40. Please hold your applause until everyone in each group has been introduced. As your name is called, please quickly make your way to the stage. First up is Mike Burrell of California for his Ovis Super 20. Mike's last two sheep for this milestone were both taken in 2016, a California Bighorn from BC and a European Mouflon from Spain. Backing up, Mike's first international sheep hunt was in 2005, when he took a Chinese blue sheep. That same year, Mike added an Armenian Mouflon from Texas. The winter 2007 cover of Ovis showed Mike with his 2006 Hungai Argali. Mike has taken all three tours of the Caucasus Mountains. Mike hunted in Pakistan during 2013 and scored with a Blandford Uriel, and in 2014 he got a Himalayan blue sheep in Nepal. Jan Doms of Belgium has really been after the wild sheep of the world for over 20 years. You saw Jan's North American sheep earlier tonight when he received his Grand Slam award. Jan has taken 7 different Argalis, and will represent those with a 1996 Marco Polo. On that hunt, he survived a helicopter crash and was stranded in the Pamir Mountains for 3 weeks. Jan achieved his Ovis World Slam in 2013 with the Tian Shan Argali from Kyrgyzstan. His excellent Gobi Argali from Mongolia graced the cover of the winter 2012 issue of Ovis. Here we have his Koryak snow sheep, to represent one of the 3 snow sheep he has taken. Jan has taken all 4 Uriels on the Ovis list, including the Transcaspian from Iran in 2013 and the Punjab from Pakistan in 2014. Also in Iran, Jan was able to get a fantastic red sheep and Kerman sheep. Jan achieved his Ovis Super 20 with a Mid-Caucasian Tour from Russia in 2013. Mark Hampton of Missouri is another one of those being recognized for his Ovis World Slam Super 20. Amazingly, 14 of Mark's 20 rams have been taken with a handgun. Many countries don't allow handgun hunting, so Mark had to use a rifle for those. Besides his Grand Slam, Mark achieved his Ovis World Slam of 12 in 2010 with a Mid-Caucasian Tour from Russia, and he also took a Himalayan blue sheep from Nepal that same year. Mark was fortunate to hunt in Iran in 2011 and got a Trans-Caspian Urial and a red sheep. Mark is both a Humi and Tian Shan Argali from Kyrgyzstan from 2013 and 2015. In 2014, Mark got a Kamchatka snow sheep, and in 2015, a West Texas Armenian Mouflon. Pete Mowbray of Virginia achieved his Ovis World Slam Super 20 by taking a Desert Bighorn from South Baja, Mexico in 2016, which also completed his second Grand Slam. Another North American ram you'll see here is his Fannin taken in 2010. Pete's Ovis World Slam of 12 was completed with the Dagestan Eastern Tur. 4 separate Argalis have been credited to Pete, with the latest being the Humi from Kyrgyzstan in 2014. Pete took a European Mouflon in Croatia during 2006 and an Armenian Mouflon from West Texas in 2010. In 2008, Pete hunted in Pakistan for an Afghan and Blandford Urial. Craig Willis of Texas completed his Ovis Super 20 in 2016 with a Gobi Argali from Mongolia. Other Argalis Craig has taken are a Marco Polo from Tajikistan in 2014 and a Humi and Tian Shan from Kyrgyzstan in 2015. In 2014, Craig connected with both a Blandford and Punjab Urial in Pakistan. And in 2016, Craig got 2 snow sheep, the Chukotka and the Koryak. Those are all of our Ovis Super 20 honorees for this year. So let's give them all a big round of applause. Now let's move on to the Ovis World Slam Super 30s. First up is Alexander Egorov of Russia. This man has taken a total of 32 species, and 24 of them have been in the last 5 years. Now folks, that's a lot of mountain climbing. Alexander will be a 2017 inductee into the Pantheon tomorrow evening, which requires a Grand Slam, an Ovis World Slam Super 30, a Capra World Slam Super 30, the Super Slam, and SCI's World Conservation and Hunting Award. This should help you realize that with tonight's Ovis Super 30, this milestone enabled him to qualify for the Pantheon. You've been seeing several rams taken by Alexander, including some North American rams that allowed him to complete Grand Slam number 1879 in 2014. Naturally, he's hunted snow sheep and Argalis, including even the rare Setverzov from Uzbekistan in 2016. Alexander's had 3 of the 4 Urials, the most recent being an Afghan from Pakistan in 2015. Ironically, it was a North American Armenian Mouflon from West Texas that got Alexander to the Super 30 level. Jay Link of Wisconsin is another to complete an Ovis World Slam Super 30. Jay's mountain hunting career started way back in 1988 when he was but a teenager. Jay will also be one of 3 2017 Pantheon inductees tomorrow evening. It was his Ovis Super 30 that qualified him for this very prestigious honor. Jay's 30th ram was a Koryak snow sheep from Russia in 2016. Just prior to that, he also got a Chukotka ram. Jay had an Armenian Mouflon and red sheep from Texas taken in 2006, but in 2011, he got both of them again in their native Iran. Jay has all 3 tours of the Caucasus Mountains. In 2014, he got both the Blandford and Punjab Urials in Pakistan. And in 2015, Jay took the Humi and Tian Shan Argalis in Kyrgyzstan. We're also recognizing Peter Seda of Washington tonight for his Ovis World Slam Super 30. Peter's been hunting wild sheep for almost 3 decades, and he achieved Grand Slam number 475 back in 1990 with a Nelson Desert Bighorn. Actually, Pete achieved his Ovis Super 30 with another Desert Bighorn, but this time it was a Mexicana ram from Chihuahua, Mexico, taken in 2016. Naturally, when a person's completed a Super 30, they have to hunt sheep extensively in North America, Europe, and Asia. You're going to see some of Pete's North American sheep, snow sheep from Russia, all of which he has 6, and Argalis of Asia, of which he also has 6. He's taken Mouflons, Urials, and yes, even the 3 difficult tours of the Caucasus Mountains. Let's have a big round of applause for these Ovis World Slam Super 30 holders. At our 2016 convention, we did not recognize a single Ovis World Slam Super 40, which is quite a rare accomplishment. Well, tonight we get to recognize two, and Rex Baker of Georgia is up first. Rex has been the recipient of many of the top hunting awards of the world, including the Weatherby in 2002, the Ovis in 2007, and the Pantheon in 2014. On the Ovis Super 40 list, there are only 6 names, including Rex. We could use lots of sheep for an accomplishment such as this, and you've been seeing some already. We do want to bring to your attention some extremely notable ones that you'll see among the group. Rex was one of the first people to go to Russia when Chukotka snow sheep opened up. He's one of the very few people to have taken an Aldad from Chad, and he did that in 2002. He has taken 6 different Argalis and 3 of the 4 blue sheep, including the dwarf blue sheep of China, before hunting closed there. Rex was one of the last people to hunt in Iran in 1978 and took several trophies on that trip. He went back in 2011, when it opened back up, to get even more. He has the rare Konya Mouflon from Turkey, all 4 Urials and all 3 Turs. Yes, this man's 40-plus year career hunting the mountains has yielded 40 different trophy types to earn an Ovis World Slam Super 40, but he has well over 80 rams to his credit. He has to be counted as one of the greatest mountain hunters of all time. The 2016 Ovis recipient, Gary Rigotti from Oregon, is next up for his Ovis World Slam Super 40. As you just heard in Rex Baker's presentation, there are only 6 hunters to have achieved this monumental feat, and Gary's another of the 6. For Gary's Ovis Super 40 presentation tonight, we thought it'd be best to present sheep to illustrate each of the different classifications. For North America, Gary's taken all 7 species of sheep that are available to hunt, missing only the North Baja Desert Bighorn, which has not been huntable for many years. Next up are the snow sheep of Russia, and Gary's got most of those, even including the newly opened Chukotka variety. Gary has 7 Argalis from the Ovis list, including an Altai that was on the cover of Ovis in 2001. Gary's one of the few people to have taken all 4 of the blue sheep available in China before it closed to hunting. Gary has the Konya Mouflon from Turkey, as well as the Mouflons from Iran, and he has all 4 Urials, 3 from Pakistan, and the Transcaspian from Turkmenistan. Yes, he does have all 3 Turs of the Caucasus. The sheep that allowed Gary to reach the Ovis Super 40 was the newly added Corsica Mouflon from France that he took in 2015, anticipating and hoping it would eventually be recognized, which it was, in late 2016. That completes the Ovis Award winners for 2017. Let's give one final round of applause for these amazing hunters and their accomplishments.